My name's Gabriel Wolfchild, and you're watching PDX Spotlight. Here's one about a lovely girl in Holland. Go to Holland. Won't regret it. She rides her bike to work most every single day, just like most of them do on those Holland streets. That's the way it's gonna stay. Well, there was one day I was just wandering around town, trying to lose my mind. Out of the corner of my eye she came flying by, singing that same old song. And I shouted, well, the first time that's chance, the second time that's luck, but the third time, darling, it's got nothing to do with coincidence. So the first time that's chance, the second time that's luck, but the third time, darling, the third time, oh, that's fate. Well, I took her by the hand, looked in the eyes. Well, I'll tell you what I saw. I saw her boots against old stone roads, more tighter than her great-grandfather's bones. I saw us dancing under starry night skies, only Van Gogh would have known. I saw us singing songs on rail cars as we rolled into the dusty moor. The first time that's chance, the second time that's luck, the third time, darling, it's got nothing to do with coincidence. So the first time that's chance, the second time that's luck, the third time, darling, the third time, oh, that's fate. That night, she almost got away. She just looked at me and said, oh, I don't know if my heart wants to go or stay. And she knew I was leaving town, she just wasn't sure if her heart had room for another scar. But then right when I thought I was saying my last goodbye, a shooting star sailed across the sky. Bet you can guess what I wish for. Well, it wasn't a day later that she showed up at my door, yelling about how I broke her bike, that the rain was starting to pour. And then she came in real close, closer than I know. She said some words that I definitely heard before. She said, the first time that's chance, second time that's luck. Oh, the first time that's chance, second time that's luck. Oh, the first time that's chance, the second time that's luck, oh, the third time, darling, oh, the third time. That's fate. Oh, that's fate. No. Oh, that's fate. knocking at your door. Only a crazy, crazy fool would even know the words no.
Gabriel Wolfchild, how's it going?
Good, how are you?
Good, thank you. Thank you for being here. Tell us about that name. How did you get the name?
The name, the Wolfchild name, it was, someone told me that you need to find a name. Like your parents are going to name you one thing, but you're in the womb when they name you. So how are they supposed to know what to name you? And so it was kind of, I was at this festival, and part of the tradition at the festival was to choose a name. And I don't know, I was thinking about it for days, and then Wolfchild popped in my head. And I was supposed to just leave it at the festival. But then over time, and when I started playing music, it just kind of started feeling really right. And so I listened to that.
Took it with you?
And I took it with me, yeah.
When did music start for you?
Music started for me actually kind of late. I was doing music on my own, kind of, here and there. I'd play guitar, I took some lessons, but it wasn't anything serious. Mm-hmm. I was more in the visual art realm for most of my, childhood and then even teen years. And then when I was in art school in San Francisco, I was studying sculpture. I realized I was spending a lot of time playing guitar in between my breaks of sculpting, and people seemed to like it, and there was this transition that kind of started happening.
Did you start playing live or for people, or were you kind of keeping it to yourself?
It was very much my own medicine. It was something that I really just kind of, I didn't share. I was really shy. I didn't sing for anybody. Mm-hmm. It was very much my own kind of practice, the way I got things out that I couldn't get out in any other way. And but yeah, over time, I saw how it could affect people, and how it's a beautiful thing, how you can really make a connection on a very emotional, deep level that, bypasses the mind. And I was just like, I want that. That's so direct. I'm trying to do this with clay, but, I can just do it. I can sing to somebody, and we can have that connection. It's not that I feel regret, but I think we both know we can't play this game. Oh, these are days I hope not to forget, but you can't deny that our hearts have changed. And it's true, I had hoped our love would be strong, like the evergreens stand all December long. But there's no denying there's frost on her lips. There's no denying there's ice in the creek. And there's no denying the chill of these autumn winds. And this time they blow colder than ever before. A winter has come. dimples in your cheeks, the fire in my eyes, the nights we didn't sleep, oh, the days we lived truly alive, oh, our leaves they're falling, oh, our leaves they're to the ground.
So when you give us a little insight into how writing a song works for you, are you a person that sits down and just writes it all out, or, I mean...
No, I wish. I wish it was that easy. I mean, often, I'll have drive spells where I just can't write, and it drives me crazy. But, it's always been kind of the song's choice to come in a way, and, I just need to trust that. And, but it often, it's a little interaction, like on the bus or something, where, I have a conversation or I just have an encounter with somebody that sparks some idea, that's some little seed that things can start latching onto, and eventually it can kind of gain gravity and turn into a planet. It really, but inspiration's everywhere. It's just really need to open your eyes. But
Agreed. So
I don't force it though. It just needs to come.
Well, fair enough. Let's focus on some songs.
Okay.
Let's talk about Blackbird.
Yes.
Where did the inspiration for that song come from?
Blackbird is a really funny song. Well, it's not. It's a very serious song, but it's interesting that it actually came when I was in Hawaii visiting my parents, because it's the context of it is obviously you think it's about Native Americans, and it is. It's totally about Native Americans, but it's also about Hawaiians, indigenous Hawaiians. It's also about, people in Central America. That's Spaniards came and invaded, and it really. It's about, First People and what it's like to really lose your homeland with this inevitable process of, the world getting smaller and people traveling. And, there's definitely a pro and con to that, people are becoming more connected, but culture is starting to become diluted.
Right.
Which is, it's hard for who's right, together we're strong, but these cultures that separate us are so important and so beautiful. And so I don't know, it's kind of a dilemma, but that's kind of what that song's about. Tell me, Blackbird, I want the truth, I want the whole thing. They came on boats larger than I've ever seen. At first there were few, but now they grow by the day. tell me, Blackbird, how long will they stay? Oh, tell me, Blackbird, how long will they stay? Ooh. I've heard the trees whispering of a dark storm ahead, and it seems more and more of us are turning uphill, the worst dead. Well, they've taken to the forest like a wildfire. Well, tell me, Blackbird, will their hunger ever tire? Oh, tell me, Blackbird, will their hunger ever tire? Oh, tell me, Blackbird, will their hunger ever tire? 'Cause they can crush your bones, they can tear flesh, you know. But these lands, no, these lands will always be our home, no. They can crush your bones, they can tear flesh, you know. These lands, no, these lands will always be our home, no. High above the flame.
Another song to talk about. How about Time Don't Stand?
Okay, Time Don't Stand Still. Time Don't Stand Still.
Time Don't Stand.
I wrote that after hanging out with a friend of mine who literally, at 16, she's like, I need to leave. And she just seriously hitchhiked across the country, hopped in a truck with some trucker, and just ended up on her travels. And I think that there's a stage in our lives, all of us, that where we really hit this wall and we're like, wow, we need to leave and go and see the world. And so it's kind of about that and how you meet people when you're traveling. And you can have these really intimate experiences, and then you get torn apart. You might not ever see that person, but
Right.
you've learned so much with them and you've grown with them in that little time you've shared. And I don't know, it's just something. It's been a really valuable experience for me, and so I was trying to share that.
Well, that is great. But moral behind that story, kids: do not jump in a truck with a stranger.
She did it right. She did it right. Oh, you hear it? That little voice is spinning around in your head. Oh, I know you hear it. I've been watching you staring out over those hills long enough to know, long enough to know that little voice is going. Time, don't stand still, not for no one. That little voice is going. Time, don't stand still. Why should I? Little Lucy Lee rolled from her bed with a craze in her head and an itching deep down in her bones. She was wondering about the word home. So she packed her bags of things she thought she needed, and she headed for the door. Before she left, she wrote a note. Slid into her father's coat. It read, time, don't stand still, no, not for no one. Oh, time, don't stand still, no, why should I? With a turn of her thumb, she met a trucker named Sam. Well, he was a lonely man. It's hard not to be when it's you in the road. Everything's coming and going, But he's seen every interstate, coast to coast. Says one day he's gonna buy a boat and sail on down the south of Mexico. Well, hope you do, Sam. This time, don't stand still, no, not for no one. This time, don't stand still, no, why try? When they reached the sea, they knew each other's dreams. They knew each other's scars. They knew every Bowie song by heart. But But it's like Sam says, people are always coming and going. When you meet again, no, you never know, no, you never know. This time, don't stand still, no, not for no one. This time, don't stand still, no, not for no one. Oh, time, don't stand still, don't stand still, no. Oh, time, don't stand still, no, no. Why try, no? When I met Lucy Lee, first thing I saw were those wild blue moon eyes, silver blue like the newborn sky, the kind of sky that makes you wish you could fly. She didn't say a word at first, she just stood there and stared right on in. I saw her crack a grin, oh, I saw her crack a grin. She said, oh, you hear it, that little voice is spinning around in your head. Watching you staring out over those hills long enough to know, long enough to know.
So you've always been artsy.
Yeah, I was
definitely
painting, and yeah, I did design work for a while. I was doing graphic design, industrial design, where I went through illustration. I wore so many hats. And it was really important for my development, all of those things.
Right, tying
really
to
find
music,
myself.
I think.
And but yeah, sculpture was a near match for me, and it still is. I'm still sculpting. I have work in a gallery in Hawaii, and I do want to get my hands in clay again. But right now I'm giving music my life, and so yeah, it's been good.
So where would you like music to take you then?
You know, it's the question for me is like, where does my music want to take me? And it's been happening more. It's like I've found myself in Europe again last summer. I was teaching this songwriting workshop in Portugal, and then the year before I was just kind of, I guess I managed to get into some festivals out in Amsterdam and then in Spain, in Mallorca. And so things have been just kind of rolling on, and so
cool.
I'm open, you know, wherever it wants to take me, wherever people want to listen, you know.
So it sounds like you've done quite a bit of traveling. So, and I hear that in a lot of your songs. Is that where you're drawing some of your inspiration?
Yeah, I mean, people I would say are my inspiration, and I was getting into that with my visual art, but I've just really found people to be this amazing muse, and you know, just really seeing them and hearing their stories, and so yeah, going different places you find different people, but you know, similar stories, which is actually really cool.
Now you do have an album out yourself, correct?
Yeah.
A Cry to the Moon. So can you tell us a little about that album and how you went about making it?
Yeah, I was home with my parents, and I ended up running into this. I was actually playing some shows with this really wonderful violin player, Mason, and also I met this other guy that was really good with microphones, and he had done some engineering work, and we literally, it was just some friends of mine, we got together and we did it, and it was this really long process. It was a little hard for me because I was away for a lot of it because I went back to Washington when they were kind of laying more tracks. But it was really beautiful. It was my first real shot at it.
So what is next for Gabriel Wolfchild?
Next thing, I've been working with a band at times, And I definitely want to explore that more. And I love working with other musicians and really, creating that energy. And it totally can open doors as far as what kind of music you can play for people and places you can play. And so I want to put more into the band, and that may even have a different name. We'll see.
Where can we find you? What if we want to get a hold of you?
If you want to get a hold of me, you can find me on Facebook. I do have a website, YouTube, all of that stuff. Gabriel Wolfchild. Wolfchild, one word, not too hard to find.
Okay. Well, thank you. Thank you for being with us here today.
Yeah, thank you.
We appreciate it. Gabriel Wolfchild, everybody. Look for him.
Hearts beat like ticking bombs even from the start, because I lived here and you lived there, across the sea. And despite the warning lights that flashed in our minds, we gave every single chance our hearts could find. Oh, we did. You saw every scar, 'cause we're all just shooting stars, we're all just shooting stars, we're all just shooting stars, we're all just shooting stars. We glow and then we burn out. We're all just shooting stars, we're all just shooting stars, we're all just shooting stars. We're all just shooting stars. Gotta make it count now. And I can still taste the fog that hung in the trees when you asked me to stay. We both knew, oh, I had to leave. Oh, my silly dreams. Now I'm miles and miles away, and the phone calls are nice, but they don't keep me warm, I'm afraid. I wish there was an easy way. We're all just shooting stars, we're all just shooting stars, we're all just shooting stars, we're all just shooting stars. And we burn out, 'cause we're all just shooting stars, we're all just shooting stars, we're all just shooting stars, we're all just shooting stars. Gotta make this count now. And I'm miles and miles and miles and miles, and you're miles and miles and miles and miles away from our yesterday. And you're miles and miles and miles and miles, and you're miles and miles and miles away. And all we have is today, today. 'Cause we're all just shooting stars, we're all just shooting stars, we're all just shooting stars, we're all just shooting stars. We gotta make this count.